Oh, hey, Jim. How's it going? Fine. How's your day been going, Johnny? Oh, excellent. But today on the radio, I did hear a forecast of raining babies. Raining babies, you say? We haven't had any of those in a while. Oh, yes. Well, I had been hoping we'd have gotten rid of them by this season, but apparently it's not. Yeah, why would it be raining babies in the middle of December? This is quite an odd, interesting happening. Hello, this is the High Cross One, and I have a weird sense of humor. What I like to do when I'm telling a joke, or I guess you could call it that, is what I do is I create an impossible scenario and then just go further in depth with it, just like picking it out and refining it into this refined gelatinous blob of comedic genius, as I like to say. Now, I suppose that kind of doesn't it sounds funny, doesn't it? I mean, it doesn't quite make sense, but I mean, here's a few examples. I'll give you 3 examples. 2 that happened today and 1 that happened a while back. One of the examples is a bit strange. I mean, it is. Basically, the whole thing is we're describing solid milk that was on fire. Like, what would be the point? I mean, basically, you have you have a glass of milk. 100% fine. Just a glass of milk. Just like in a glass of milk. And then you tip the glass over and it's just like a jello-y substance. It's all like wibbly wobbly and timey-wimey. And so you pour it out and then you just have this solid, it's like rubbery, but it's solid.
And then comes the interesting part, the fire bit. What you do with the fire bit, you have a lighter, slang, whatever, and then you go to put the fire on top, but nope, not enough. You stick the lighter up to the bottom, and then it goes through the top, and somehow the flame's still going, like the flames become a solid spear that spears up through, and then the top layer of the solid milk lights on fire, and there you have a solid glass of milk that's on fire. And then, we were just talking about this, somebody with the solid glass of milk is on fire, he just takes a bite out of it, and it just dissolves into water in his mouth, but it's still solid in his hand, you can see the bite marks, but he's literally just swallowed liquid milk after biting solid milk.
I mean, next story to talk about is the circular fridge. Now this fridge, I think it started off with us talking about circular objects, there's some things that we stick in a fridge. Oh, no, we were talking about square watermelons. In Japan, there's these things, allegedly, there's these, you can buy square watermelons.
And we were talking about the uses of that, you just shove it in a fridge. And then just keep on shoving more until it becomes a mash of watermelon. No, that's the thing. That's not the joke. That is not the joke, no.
The joke was that instead of the watermelons adapting to the fridge adapting to the watermelons. So you have a fridge or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's fat and round, circular. Except all the trays have expanded with it, so all the trays are circular, so they're completely useless. You just put a glass of solid milk in, you just put it in, and then it just falls over because there's nothing flash. It's just a round fridge and then somebody pushes it down a hill and it's all Benny Hill music starts playing. I'm not gonna say anything because YouTube's been very strict with copyright recently. And I mean, now, save the best for last. The 3rd one for today's list of stories happens to be the most gruesome, you could say. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's just a story and it's not real and it's a joke. But the next story started off with one of my peers in my group, my clique, said, what if it just started raining babies? Now, see, the thing with that is, first, it's impossible, as we've described before, but now we gotta go into the second bit, where we start picking it out. Now, raining babies. I mean, there's a lot of places you can go with that, sure, but it just gets ridiculous after that first sentence is said. raining babies. Like, imagine walking down the street and it's like, oh, hey, Jim, how's it going? Fine. How's your day been going, Johnny? Oh, excellent. But today on the radio, I did hear a forecast of raining babies. Raining babies, you say? We haven't had any of those in a while. Oh, yes. Well, I had been hoping we'd have gotten rid of them by this season, but apparently it's not. Yeah, why would it be raining babies in the middle of December? This is quite an odd, interesting happening. Like, what? Why is it raining babies? So anyways, we continued to pick on this. And as it was snowing, we changed the word from raining babies to snowing babies. And then we came up with the idea that the babies were frozen. Like frozen solid babies. And they gently fall, like they fall about the same speed as a snowflake. But they're still babies that are frozen. Like, frozen. And then they hit the ground. And when they hit the ground, they completely melt and become alive. Like an actual baby just lying on the ground. And no, it's not just like one or two snowing babies. No, it's an entire storm of snowing babies. Now, you see, the thing with that is... What? I mean, we're just laughing. I mean, we're just having a serious conversation about snowing babies until this point. Just, all of a sudden there's a live baby in the field, and we're all just like, oh, son of a gun. It's a mess. So yeah, that's today's episode. It's a bit of a long one today, and I hope you enjoyed. If you don't know, we have a goal of 1,000 views by New Year's, but we're probably not going to reach it, so I'm going to change the goal to 900. Because I'm going off my analytics page, which shows a different amount of views than what you see, because it has videos that I've taken down in the past because of copyright and crap. And, well, just not being good. So yeah, my camera's about to run out, so I'm speeding this up really quickly. This has been the High Cross One with the door saying goodbye. Now into the abyss.